Hey everyone, out on another trip. Today it's actually Christmas, but obviously by the time you see this, Christmas will most likely be over. But just out with my buddy, and well, he's just got into camera recently now, so he's starting off with his first camera. So I'm going to give him a couple of tips on getting some really nice photos. And today is absolutely stunning. A bit hard to see right now where we are by the trees, but the mountains are glowing, the sky is completely clear. You might just be able to see that there in the background, but it's absolutely stunning today. So I think this is going to be a really good one. So I'm looking forward to getting some really nice shots. Probably not going to go for a really long walk, but definitely going to make the most of this. Yeah, so let's just see where this one ends up. We're just going a little bit further up. I haven't really taken any photos yet because I'm just waiting till we've passed a lot of the cabins, but that view is so beautiful. And just behind me there, if you guys can see that, I don't know, but the sun is on the mountains in the background there, and that just looks incredible. Kind of fun watching another person taking photos, and I'm gonna see if I can help him out with getting some good shots. But it's so good out here. Today I have an 85mm on. I'm kind of aiming for that little bit more singled out kind of photos, a little bit more telephoto. I think kind of more my style. I like those kind of photos. But as we go a little bit further up and get away from the cabins, I'll get a good view of things. But wow, it's just so beautiful out here. Today is just absolutely stunning, and obviously coming out during Christmas, why not? What a great way to spend a Christmas day. But obviously we're actually walking on the ski tracks here, so there's a lot of skiers going past us from time to time. But I think what I'll do is, when I find a specific shot that I want, probably walk off the track, go a little bit into the snow, and see if I can get a little bit more of a different angle without getting some of the distraction in the way. Oh gosh, look at it up there. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, gonna keep going, and yeah, I'm hoping for some great photos now. A little bit higher now, and starting to see this mountain a lot clearer, and gosh, it's stunning. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to use the ground here, the snow. It kind of goes up a bit here, and I'm just going to use that by lowering the camera as close to the ground as possible and using the ground as a way to draw you into the image. And that way it just cancel out some of the distraction from the trees and the cabins that are a little bit below there, and it just draws you straight into the mountain. The mountain right now is like glowing on the top. It looks absolutely stunning. Just so I can get a nice bit of detail out of this, and the ground is a little bit dark the way I'm setting it, but I have it at 1/320th of a second at f6.3. My ISO is at 200. It seems like a really good exposure. There's not much going on in the sky, so I'm basically gonna use the ground as a way just to use up some of that space, and just have the mountains just touching the top of the frame. But yeah, I think this is gonna look really good. Can see if I can show you guys without trying to get the reflection of me. This is a little bit hard. I can't seem to get it to focus, but anyway, that's what I'm seeing. Obviously it's a different angle with the camera, but the photo is getting a quite nice spot here. So I think this is going to be a good photo. And we're going to keep heading our way up there. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful today. Wow. Anyway, let's get to the next spot. I just quickly stopped at this spot here, and there's this little gap here. This is normally a waterfall running down here, but it's completely snowed in now, and there's a lot of really nice curves where the wind has been blowing through it and blowing the snow around. So I'm kind of interested to see if I can get a really nice shot out of this. I'm not entirely sure yet. I just love the way it is, but I think with an 85 it's a little bit difficult. But I noticed this really big boulder down there that could actually work as a nice image, but I'm wondering if I should risk going down there. I think the ice is thick enough underneath, but I just really want to get a nice angle, and I think if I just drop down a little bit further down here, there's a little ledge that just goes up that will create a nice way of drawing you into that rock. So I'm gonna take the chance and go down here, but I think there's no point in me shooting this at high aperture, so I'm actually going to shoot this around f4, brighten it up a little bit and just focus on that boulder, make sure I get all the detail on that. So I'm going to slowly walk down. There's a nice little ledge here that I can actually walk on, funny enough. But I just think this will look really nice. I think I can try and show you, but there's a little bit of a ledge just there, and I want to use that as a way to draw you into that rock. So yeah, let me try and get this shot and see how it ends up looking. Well, this is so cool, and the background at the moment as well with the mountain there is pretty exquisite, but I'm not going to go for getting that in the background. I just want to see if I can make something out of the rock. If it works, I'll try something with that background as well. But anyway, let me just see how the shot turns out. So I think we've come as high as we're probably going to go, but the view up here now is just, oh, it's so amazing. It's just white everywhere, and obviously the blue sky is just, oh, it's creating this beautiful atmosphere. And there's just certain spots where the mountains are glowing, and you just turn around and there's just something everywhere to look at. That is so beautiful. Oh, really enjoying it out here today. And I think I'm not really sure, but I'm kind of trying to look for something a little bit more special. And it's not always that easy to find. It's just, I mean, in reality, it's because it's just white everywhere. There's, in one way, detail lacking. And once I get the shots of the mountains, there's not that much else to take photos of. So I'm trying to find something that I can just make it that little bit extra special and unique. So right now I'm on a hunt for just looking around, scouting, and seeing if I can get a great shot. Oh, but even if I don't, I'm just so happy to be out here. That is so good. That is so beautiful out here today. Oh. Anyway, I'll see you when I find something. think I've found something. It's not going to be the most unique photo. I kind of wish I had a wider angle lens on now, but you can see the mountain here in the background, and there's just these patches of snow that have broken through and in and out, and they're weaving through and up into the mountain. It looks like it could be quite a really nice photo, at least an interesting one. And this is the kind of photo I want a lot of depth in, so I will be shooting this at quite a high aperture. I think f10 might be quite a sweet spot here. Got my shutter speed at 1/250th, so I might just put my ISO up to around 320, and that seems to be giving a nice exposure. And even the sky is nicely exposed. There's a bit of glow just behind the mountain where the sun is dropping down. But I just love the curves and the jagged edges of the snow and stuff here. And I think it could actually make quite an interesting photo. I'm not really getting much of the mountain in because I'm kind of too close. But I think I'm just gonna test around with this one, move in a few different angles and see what I can get out of this. If I can get more of the mountain in, I will, but I really think this could actually be a nice photo. I'm hoping I find something a little bit more interesting and unique, but I just love the way the light is hitting and everything on here. So it does look really nice, and it's quite clean, and I think that's probably what I like about it the most. So yeah, let's take a look at the shot. Okay, so something amazing just happened. I was kind of hoping for it, but the moon has just started peaking just above that mountain there, and it's coming up fast. But what a great spot to be. I really have to get this shot. I've got it at f16 and 1/250th of a second. Huh?
It's not the moon, the Death Star.
It's the Death Star, yeah, definitely. It could be. Oh wow, this is going so fast. But I think, this is gonna make an exquisite shot. So I'm gonna focus on getting this now, and we'll see how this goes. I think this will be really nice. This is stunning. So I've just come into this bit of a gap or a valley of snow here. It is really cool. I think I'm going to go for a little bit more of a fine art image here. You can hopefully just see on the side here, it's just the way the snow has collected into itself and it's made these little, almost like its own little miniature landscape. So I think I'm going to go for shots just focusing on that and finish off with that with my images for today, because right now it is so cool. I just love the way everything is just piling up, and it is actually really interesting. And I think I got a great shot of the moon as well. It's quite a bit higher now, but I definitely got a shot just in time. And buddy's just taking some photos himself and enjoying the view. But it's so beautiful here, and the light now is just getting so good. Okay, let me take this shot and we can see what we get out of this one. I think I'm going to call it a day. It has been so good to be out here. Starting to get a little bit colder. I think it's around -7 up here, if not more. The light's almost gone on the closer mountains. It's pretty much only light left on that side. But it's exquisite, and what a day to spend Christmas on. Absolutely love it up here. Anyway, for now. I'll see you all soon, and I must say a happy new year to you all. Let's hope for 2021 being a great year. But bye for now. Thank you all for joining me, and see you all soon.